Okay, after a lot of sweat and hard work, finally, here are the beans we love so much. Almost done, right? Now we just have to get from here to here. Get the beans to the United States and get the beans roasted. You'd think this would be a pretty simple process, but you'd be surprised. Coffee is one of the most convoluted industries on the planet. So maybe you'd imagine that all we have to do is get coffee from the farmer, ship it to the United States, get it to a roaster, and then the coffee drinker. But what actually happens in real life is something more like this. Really? Okay, so after the farmers, we got companies who are in charge of exporting coffee. And then there are also governments that control coffee exports. Once we are in the United States, then we've got importing companies. We've got traders who arrange sales. And sometimes coffee gets traded multiple times. Then it goes to the roaster. After it gets roasted, it can go to a distributor. And that sells it to a grocery store, or maybe a restaurant. And then you can buy it. With every extra step, more and more cost is added to the coffee bean for profit. That is complicated. Now, if that wasn't enough, check this out. There's this thing called futures trading. In futures trading, the price for something is decided before it even exists. It's like deciding on Tuesday how much coffee will cost on Friday. People like doing this because it is a more secure way to buy something. But everything is based on speculation by traders in New York who assess things like the economy and politics, the weather, or other stuff that might affect coffee supply. In this kind of situation, prices are decided by business people who are basically trying to predict the future. So if you think about it, mere rumors could be enough to totally change coffee prices, regardless of what is actually happening on the coffee farms. So how much of this kind of stuff is going on? Well, believe it or not, today, futures trading makes up the majority of all coffee trading activity. So because of all this complicated stuff in the industry, coffee farmers are pretty much powerless when it comes to how much they get paid for their coffee. The world price of coffee is essentially decided in New York, which is thousands of miles away. Plus, there are so many steps between the farmer and the coffee drinker. On the plus side, that means that this huge system provides a ton of jobs for lots of people. But that also means that there's less and less profit left in the hands of the farmer. In fact, out of every dollar that you spend on coffee, it's estimated that only about 4 cents goes to the coffee farmer.